Здравствуйте, ребят, с вами был Фокс. Чуть попозже.
Anyone? Aye, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands.
Ну, я первый, что ли? Сейчас выключается. Значит, новое заклинание.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
За вами? Дайте мне сделать настройки, пожалуйста. Что там опять? Чё там показывает мне? Картинку. Черный Камуловича. Выждем. Опять загрузка. Более высокий уровень испытания руководства разблокируйте специальные награды. Изучите меню испытаний, чтобы посмотреть, что вы разблокировали.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the... So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Блядь. Простите, ребята, сейчас, секунду. Давайте продолжим. Так. Притягивание предметов.
That's... Don't lose your composure.
Посредством попадания.
Splendid! Not to worry. Excellent. Stay focused.
Точно.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Nice фиговая. Правило.
That is how it's done.
Accio. Don't lose your composure.
Let us see this. There we go. Oh dear. Here we go. Yes!
Not to worry.
Что-то не понял.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio. It happens to the best of us.
Watch this. go.
Уже получается что-то. Опять.
Here we go.
Accio.
Теперь я понял.
Very good.
Я теперь понял. Можно еще раз попробовать?
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Можно реванш? Реванш, хочу реванш. Реванш, хочу реванш. Реванш хочу. Можно реванш, пожалуйста? Реванш хочу. Угу. Это реванш, это было чудо. Реванш, хочу реванш. Реванш хочу. Реванш. Реванш хочу. Можно реванш? Реванш, можно? Реванш, реванш. Хочу реванш. После... Ждем его.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing. You know it won't work on humans.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Revelio.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Занятие заклинания. Круто. Какое? Что за заклинание хотите мне? Опять у меня сбило все. Все, пока все. Так, что за задание? Ящик снаряжения, гидатная скидка, внешний вид, снаряжение, ветка и перчатки. Это я выпил. Ну, отлично. Так, это куда? Коллекция. Подожди. Так, перчатка таинственным узором. Выучено выполнить снова задачи. Понятно. Понятненько. Завершите основную задачу. Пока не могу.
Revelio.
Новое задание. Ну давайте сюда пойдем. Угу. Ну да, надо. Но задание идти, куда нам показывают.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Это было несложно. Ты очень добр ко мне.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Одной удачи.
I could just have a butterbeer from the Three Broomsticks right now, and a chat with Serona.
And then the werewolves join the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boot and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
What was that for?
Да, я не знаю, что там. Ну ладно, пока не будем. Так, вниз. Пойдем вниз. Так. Еще ниже, значит, получается. Туда.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Начать. Давай. Темное искусство. Так, темное искусство. Заходим. Остолбенение.
Is that all you've got?
Это все, что ты можешь?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the great poacher raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso!
A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Так.
Levioso.
Ну вот. Легче простого.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Я опять? Да что опять я-то? Я вам чё, этот?
Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As Master Pruitt. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Levioso.
Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Protego. Levioso.
Watch your opponent's signs to attack or defend yourself.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Иди в опу. Год тренировок.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
You duelled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done. I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Но может это не первая дуэль.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Увидимся. Так, значит, он еще... Так, позаботьтесь побочным заданием, может в регионах Хогвартса там исследовать вокруг дополнительных... Понятно. Понятно. Давайте теперь посмотрим, что тут. Секретная палочка раунд 1. Ну давай посетим. Пока у меня возможность есть. Ну, блин.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Сейчас посмотрим, кто у нас тут. На, вверх. Вверх. Давай. Сюда. Сейчас поговорим, Люка нам шум сби. Посмотрим. Опять. Так, ой. Давай. Дверь открывается.
Whee! Oh, not again. Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as we're only 1 time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory. Not for the meek. He's too late. He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp. Sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms. So I took my revenge to wreak havoc. It was granted my privileges, be handsome indeed. Or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have 1 weekly swing.
Так, а что там? Из задания, что ли, новое появилось? Подожди. Инвентарь. Да, возьмем. О, прикольный. Что? Чё? Угу. Так. Как там? В клуб я хочу попасть. Ну, естественно. Угу. Сейчас мы узнаем. Сначала я... Опа. Нужно сначала...
Lucan's just over there. Revelio. Protego. Revelio. Lumos.
Can I help you?
Так, чем могу помочь?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And, to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in cross wands, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
Смотри, не обострись.
We'll make you regret signing up.
Вах ты, не угрози мне. Так, при желтом используйте контролируя заклинание. Также левитационно часто левиос. Швыряй. Привязка цели. Табу. Угу. Понял. Все, что ли? Блин, что за...
Accio.
Поражение. Можно еще раз.
That looks painful.
Так, больно было, наверное.
Care to try another round?
Да.
Yes. Don't count me out yet.
Brilliant.
Отлично. Я понял.
Accio.
There goes my way.
Accio.
What a duel.
Вот это дуэль. Недооценивайте меня, правда.
Nice work.
Неплохо,
Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Отлично. Ну, я сделал, бой совершил. Значит, получается тут. Ну, давай. Пока так. Угу. Так, можно сделать. Ну, я далеко, да, нахожусь. Угу. Тут нету ничего. Пойдем тогда сами пешочком. Гарри Поттер в очках. А очки у него.
Revelio.
Чего?
Revelio.
Не могу, сейчас 6 минут.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Just wait till I've grown a bit, then we'll see how well you do.
Посмотрим, кто кого. Кто кого. Кто кого. Так, башня Гриффиндора. Бежим, бежим. Мы сейчас в тайном клубе побывали. Пилюлей всем сделали. Пилюльку дали. Хогвартс. Да, не говори. Первое задание я просрал. А я не знал, как там работает. Ну... Акцию. А надо... Ну... Чтобы активировать, и надо потом еще нажать еще раз, чтобы это... Там есть такое. Не, еще по календарю Левиоса не было. Только акция. Левиоса. У меня два заклинания. Левиоса. А,
Lumos.
Lumos.
One of them deserves more.
Revelio.
Поднятие по ступенькам.
И загрузка видео.
Да, ну это всегда так, что все в порядке, это уж надо привыкнуть к этому. Просто. А чё, выходные?
Мне кажется, что это есть.
Нет, в том-то вот так. Все нормально. Мы сюда идем. Пошли сюда. Так, смотри. Вниз. А еще вниз. А еще вниз. А еще вниз.
Сейчас едем по земле.
Еще сюда вниз. трансфигурации. Обнаружен точка. Так, сюда.
Трансфигурации?
Угу, походу еще новое заклинание какое-то. Еще одно. Ну, давайте
I've always
за
said
3
that
минуты
travel
успеем.
broadens the mind.
Леруч, занятие Уизли.
Там не было человека.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Что-то наш. О, это.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
О,
Ah,
только что
there you are.
блядь, постарел немного. Очки классные.
I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hackett and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Профессор Фиг ничего не сказал.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streamer. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Профессор Ронин говорил об этом, что работы еще больше.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavoury local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Rebellion.
Маленький. Вот я тоже так думаю. Так, профессор Гомов, задачу выполнения руководства. Понятно. За чистое повышение чайной вероятности скоро рука исправленная ошибка, вскоре она явно служит поддержанием для тех студентов, которые не хотят серьезно воспринимать свою сложность опасности. телепортации, понятно.
Revelio.
Там она закрыта, одна задача у нас. Ну, давайте на этом закончим. Спасибо за просмотр. Ставьте лайки. Всем пока.